everybody, and welcome on in. I am Jamie with Rō.12 Creations, and you are joining me for an affiliate spotlight here on the Rust-Covered Cottage by Christina's page. I am one of Christina's affiliates, so you're going to be seeing me as a spotlight tonight, and I will be showcasing one of Christina's barn quilt kits tonight. Okay, so we are working on the Gingerbread Girl barn quilt kit tonight from the Rust-Covered Cottage by Christina. Hi, Shannon with Rosebrook. Let me warm my mouth up and get it working. With Rosebrook Cottage. Hey, Shannon. How are you, sweet friend? Hello, my sweetest Stephanie. How are you? I love you big, too. I'm so happy you are here. You need Jamie therapy? Oh, well, I'm in rare form, so... may the force be with you. That's all I can say. Stephanie, thank you for that BQT. We appreciate that very much. So thank y'all for all the sprinkles and the talking and the hearts and all of that kind of stuff. Now, I saw one little spot right here that I need to give it a little sanding real quick. I don't think it's going to matter. It doesn't feel sticky, but I don't want the paint to not stick, okay? I have done a little bit of prep, but you don't see it. What I have prepped, you don't see. I've got it off over here to the side. Let's see if I can sand that off a little bit, just because we want that paint to stick. That is where some of your extra pieces were taped. And yours won't have the residue on there, because when you get yours, you're not going to sit around and wait on it like I did until the next season. All right, let me show you. It was -1 and 28 this afternoon. Oh, my grannies, you're -8 in Quebec, Canada. Oh, my mom's first cousin, there she is. She doesn't look very cute like that, but I promise we're going to make her look really cute, okay? But there she is, and yes, I went ahead and numbered the pieces. You don't have to do that. I did. Okay, I see another spot on this side. Where the tape was on this side. Whoo, y'all keep those negative temperatures to yourselves. Or send them somewhere else. Woo! Send them to the North Pole. Santa needs that cold weather, not us. And is it just me, or when it gets this stinking cold, does it always bring the crazy wind with it? Because it does here in our parts. It was so windy yesterday evening and last night. Windy, windy, windy. I see so many people watching. Welcome in, everybody. But it's not showing up in the numbers. All right. I forgot to send out a telegram. And I don't think I have Telegram downloaded on my iPad. Let me look and see if I do. I don't think I did. I just forgot to send out a telegram. I'm nuts like that. What can I say? Let me look. Let me look, and then we will be getting started with her. Let's see if it works. It's on here. Let's see if it'll work. I don't have any of the graphics to send out, though. Has everybody had dinner already? What'd you have for dinner tonight? I had some grilled chicken. I'm going to turn into a piece of grilled chicken. Grilled chicken and mashed potatoes, because I'm still having to eat bland from my yucky gunk that I've had with that medication switch. I don't know if you all are knowing all about that. Let's see if all my stuff transfers over to my iPad. No, it does not. Okay, I can't do it then. Next time, I'll get it set up for next time. It was worth a try. It was worth a try. Yes, indeed. Yes, indeed. Okay. Me too, Stephanie. I've been about to freeze. As a matter of fact, I sat chopped steak and fries. Yummy. Yummy, yummy. -degrees, 28. Oh, everybody's talking to each other. Yay, yay, yay. I have too, Stephanie. My fingers are cold right now. Okay, so what we're going to do, let's go ahead and get started. What we're going to do, we're going to put the background on here, and I'm going to try to make it matchy-matchy to the gingerbread boy that we did a couple of weeks ago. So I'm going to use my oyster beige. Hey, Bonnie Wacker, how are you? Hey, Mike, how are you doing, Mr. Mike Pruitt? Thank you for sprinkling. How are you all? How are you? We're working on the Gingerbread Girl barn quilt kit tonight, okay? And I'm getting ready to put the background in as oyster beige. Thank you for the hearts. Thank you, thank you, thank you. I have the kit link pinned at the bottom of the page or in the comments. And then if you, you can also tap my face, tap my boop my nose, and the description of this video will pop up and the link is in there. There's a little shopping cart right beside it. Okay, so let's go ahead and get started on the background. I have done a little prep, but you can't see that part. And I feel like I'm a broken record. Hello, Amanda, my neighbor. How are you? How are things in South Kakalaki today? I see you've got some cold emojis there. So it sounds like you were probably about like us today. And last night was the worst. And tonight we're supposed to get down to 19. So not as bad tonight, but still not good. Not good for this little person here who is cold-natured. And I don't want to do this because I'm cold, but I need to push my sleeves up. All right, oyster beige. Here we go with the oyster beige. Oyster beige. I love the hearts. Thank you so much. Let's see, where would I like to start? Do I want to start here? Might as well. I think this is what I did with the gingy boy. We're working on the gingy girl tonight. Have y'all been watching some good crafting today? Have you stayed warm? Have you tried to stay warm? That might be the better question. Have you tried to stay warm? And who has snow? We did not have snow here. We had precipitation Saturday night, but the cold weather had not arrived at that point. The cold weather had not arrived. Hello, Miss Christina. How are you? Welcome in, welcome in. Welcoming Christina to her own page. That's pretty funny. So there's not a lot of background here, so hopefully this won't take us too terribly long. Famous last words. Famous last words. So let me give you the details of the kit while y'all are saying your hellos to everybody. And let me know whether you have snow. I know Christina has snow because she talked about it this morning in her morning post. No snow here, just colder than blue blazes. I don't guess blazes are cold. I don't like it. The north needs to come get their weather. Mother Nature has misplaced it. I saw your photos of snow. Your snow's beautiful, Shannon. I saw it. Hey, sis. There's my sis in love, Miss Lethea. So no snow here, but it is cold, some kind of cold. Ooh. I'm just cold even thinking about it. So this kit is the same size as the gingy boy. So it's a matching set. And think of it kind of like Sunbonnet Sue and Overall Bill. They go together like birds of a feather. They go together like birds of a feather. I don't even know if that's a real song. I just made it up. It just came out of my mouth. So, let me tell you, let's see, what else can I tell you about this kit? So, I think it's 9 inches by 12 inches, but I will verify that in just a short few minutes. And, let's see, it's 1/4 inch thick birch wood on the base surface. Christina calls that something else. She calls that something else, but I don't know what I can't remember what she calls it. Maybe the bottom surface is 1/4 inch thick. Then you get a second layer that's also 1/4 inch thick. So when you put it all together, you're going to have, hold on, I'm missing comments. You agree it's not supposed to be this cold? No, it's not. It is freezing. You are correct. And I do not like it. You have 5 inches Saturday night into Sunday. Wow. You've been cold all day. I just don't like to be cold, you all. Roger, you have snow. Awesome sauce. I guess, if you want it. I don't know. I don't want it right now. I'm struggling with being cold all the time anyways. So, doing good. Trying to stay warm. Good. I'm glad you're good. Trying to stay warm. I'm sorry. I wish I could help. I'm trying to do the same thing. Y'all people up north probably think us little southerners are little wusses. But come on down here in the summertime. Let's see how you handle our humidity. I just kidding. I just had a jokey joke. I long for that weather. I'm just not gonna lie. I'm longing for it. I am longing for that pretty, where I could be outdoors and free, not trapped in the house. Or if you go outside, you have to bundle up in 10,000 layers. Sissies. Sisters. Da, 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 da. Well, Lethea, since the boys don't do their little Christmas dance anymore, do we need to do the sisters dance? We just don't have a Bing Crosby and a Danny, what's his name, Danny? Oh, shoot. I can't remember. Is it Danny Shay? Danny K? What's his last name? Y'all know who I'm talking about from the White Christmas. Gets humid here, honey. I know it does. I know it does. I don't think I've felt any place more humid than Jamaica. I have been to Jamaica once, and that was the most humid place I have ever been. And I've been in some pretty humid places before. That was terrible. Danny K. There we go. I knew it was something. We don't have a Danny K or a Bing Crosby. I know he loves this weather. We talked about that last week when he helped me out. They already heard that story when I let myself run out of gas. I sure did. That's just the way of the ADHD brain, but we're working on it. We're working on it. You have White Christmas playing in the background right now. Are they singing Sisters? Sisters. Boy, I wish I could sing and dance like one of them. All right, let's roll it back around. And you know me, I'm going to put 2 coats on here. Yes, I am, because I did 3. I did a coat. Gets humid here, honey. You're doing pretty good, Mike. That's good. You can handle the heat and humidity, but this old grandma can't handle this cold. I cannot put on enough layers to get warm. Let's just put it that way. My level of warm. I am like my oh Sue, I didn't even wear one today because I could have worn a sweater, but I wore a sweater on my hey, Sue Engel, by the way. I wore a sweater on one of my lives last week, and it was very bulky and in my way. In my car, you ran out of gas. Yes, I did. I ran out of gas, but I was in my driveway. It's a long story, Christina. Where have you been? But he came and helped me out. It was on Tuesday. I tried to get gas on Monday, and it did not work. And the good Lord blessed me enough to let me get home. And then I ran out of gas when I got home because somebody was so cold, because that night was cold too. Not like last night. It was cold. And I lollygagged in the car for a couple of minutes to warm up before I ran inside working on orders. I knew the answer. Rosemary Clooney was amazing. Yes, indeed. There's no reason for it to get this cold. Correct. You are correct. I don't have my decorated shirt on. I'll be back at it. I will be back on. I'll get my act together. Okay, Sue, I'll get my act together. I started to wear my Grinch sweatshirt this morning, and I was not feeling Grinchy this morning. I was not. Not feeling very Grinchy. You just plugged in your heated throw. Oh. Can I tell you something, speaking of things that are heated? Heated car seats. There is nothing like a heated car seat when it is this cold. And a heated steering wheel. Yes, my car has a heated steering wheel. I did not order it. It just came on there like that. It was part of the, you know how they do those packages and you can't remove certain things from the packages? Well, I was like, I don't need all this extra cost. Just give me what I want. But they wouldn't, they don't do that. They don't do that. I mean, I guess they would know because it's all a part of a package and they don't separate certain packages. At least they didn't when I bought it. So I have heated car seats and heated steering wheel, and that is a lifesaver when it's cold like this. It's just, I'm not gonna lie, I might turn it on sometimes in the summertime if I'm in somewhat, like if I've been, like the movie theater is the worst. In the summer, you get cold in the, not that I've been to the movies a lot lately, but you get really cold at the movie theater sometime. And I have been known to turn the steering wheel on to warm my hands up when I get out of the movie theater. Or turn those heated seats on. I'm like, oh, yes. Yeah, some people make countdowns to Christmas. I'm going to make a countdown to summer. How many days? It must be nice. It is. I'm not going to lie. Hey, Nancy Green. How are you, sweet friend? You love your heated seats and your steering wheel? Just plugged in that heated throw. Oh, yes. And another thing. My remote. Now, I paid dearly for it, Roger. I'm not going to lie. I paid dearly for it. But it's worth every penny I paid for it. I'll tell you that, for this cold-natured girl. And I paid on it, and I paid on it, and I paid on it. I just paid my car off in November. Praise God. Thank you, Jesus, for that blessing. Woo. So that thing needs to keep on trucking now. It needs to keep on trucking for a good long time. I like my car, though, so I'm not really interested in... I'm not interested in anything else right now. But there was something else I was going to tell you, but I don't remember now. Oh, the remote startup. Do y'all have remote startup on your little key fobs? Before I was ready, I had to leave this morning, and you know, I have an appointment every Monday morning. So before I left, right before, you know, I was putting on my shoes and that kind of stuff, I hit that key fob, started that car up, so when I got in there, it was not freezing cold. And that was a blessing. That was a blessing, because I don't have anybody to come start it up for me. Any volunteers? I'm being silly. I'm sorry. I have to. It's in my nature. It's in my I think that's in my requirements. It's a prerequisite. I've got extra paint. I'm just going over this, trying to get rid of that extra paint before I put it over to the side. All right, so now you probably can see her a little better. There's her little outline. There she is in all of her sweet glory. Now we're going to paint the background. Not the background, the frame. That's the background. While that's drying, we'll paint the frame. We shall faux stain the frame. And I'm just going to wrap that in a baby wipe. Thank you for the hearts. I promise you, when we're done with her, she's going to... This is CBS. Hi, Tracy. How are you? You love remote start for the summer and the winter? I don't ever think about it for the summer. Do I have heated seats? Oh, yes, Bonnie. And I love them. Hey, Angela. How are you? I think I saw her watching in silence at a basketball game. No problem, Angela. Go Team Angela. Feeling blessed. You have your Grinch shirt on now. Aw, oh my word, you miss your heated steering wheel almost more than anything. Your brother thinks that's stupid because he's not cold-natured. That's why. He's not cold-natured. I have heated seats in my car. Yes. Y'all, they need to make heated seats on recliners and couches. Heat everything. I am team give me the heat. I know what I was going to tell you. We're going to use burnt umber just like we did before. I was going to tell you earlier, I have a great aunt and uncle that have both passed away now. They've been passed away many years now. Here in Wyoming, you about have to have them there in Wyoming, I would imagine, Bonnie. Well, anyways, we would go visit them and be sweating buckets before we left because they had that house. I don't know. It was like 80, 90 degrees in the house. I have no idea. But we would be sweating buckets. And the worst time of the year to go see them was at Halloween. Mom always took us there for them to see us in our Halloween costumes. And I can remember being stuck to those 1970s or early 80s costumes, you know. They would just purity stick to you because we'd been in there sweating to death because it was so hot. Mom already had us layered up because we were walking outside for, you know, a good part of the night, except for when we went to see my great Aunt Anne and my Uncle Alan. You know, they were older, so they were cold-natured. Well, guess who else is cold-natured now? Me! I mean, everybody in our family would joke about how hot it was at Aunt Anne's. That's what we call Aunt, not Aunt. Aunt Anne and Uncle Alan. Whew. Now I could use some of their heat. I could. Hi, Vida. I see you're watching, or I think I saw a Vida watching. All right. Did I miss anybody? Did I miss any comments? Sue, I could not find the comment. I saw it pop up, and then I go to click on it, and I couldn't find it. Where you were talking about my sweat, you were watching me on replay, and you were talking about my Grinch sweatshirt. Let me tell you about that. It came from a company called Beware, the letter B, and then WEAR. Well, the company is still open. They're in Ohio. I don't remember what part of Ohio, but they don't do online sales anymore. They only do like in-store retail now, which is a shame. And I don't know when they started that. So you cannot order. I don't know if you could call the store and order from them. I'm not sure. But isn't that a shame? Because I had some cute shirts from them. They had nice t-shirts and sweatshirts, and I love their sweatshirts, and that's the only one I have. Your house is 69 and you're sitting in boxers and a tank. Girl. 69? Oh my gosh. It just makes me cold. 69's not normally a cold feeling, but right now it is. I probably would be over at your house in a sweatshirt asking for a blanket. Or I would bring my own. I sit under a blanket even in the summer in the house if I'm just sitting doing nothing on the couch. I do. I don't know. That's not taking the paint very good. Let me. There we go. It's a little bit. That's a little bit better. So there you go. There's my story about the heat and the cold. Please do not let that be paint on my sweatshirt. My Walmart sweatshirt. 69. I think mine is on 70 or 72. They say you'll be in the 50s later this week. Us too, Roger. On Thursday, originally it had like 61. And so my friend and I that go to lunch together once a week, she and I had decided we would go on Thursday since that was going to be the warmest day. And now it's back down in the 50s and showing rain. I'm like, good grief. Why did I suggest Thursday? Why did I suggest Thursday again? So, there's that fun stuff. Let's see. Hi, Darlene. How are you, sweet friend? Let's see. Anybody new to us? So I can introduce you properly? Or introduce myself properly? 65 shorts and a tee. Oh. Hey, Mike, I like you too, buddy. Thank you for being with us tonight. I appreciate you. We enjoy having you here, Mike. Who knew the weather could be so interesting, right? There's another fuzzy. Who knew that weather could be so interesting? I'm ready for it to be boring and in the 70s. 70s, please. Give me the 70s. And sunshine. No storms. Sunshine and no storms. Basically, I want my cake and eat it too. Okay, there we go. Frame is done. Ta-da! Tartar! And I can't remember the price of this kit, y'all. I'm sorry. I'm terrible. Let's measure it really quickly. But I think it's 9 by 12. Yep, that's 9. The thermostat's on 75, but you'll turn it down before bed. That's what a lot of people do, Amanda. I just started leaving mine. Yep, 9 by 12. It is a 9 by 12. Yes, sounds great. You're under 2 quilts and a blanket. Darlene, that's me. Your feet are still cold. I've got socks on right now, because if not, I would be freezing. You used to never wear a coat, but after hard issues, you freeze. Oh, gosh. Just makes me cold listening to it. Oh, ooh, ooh, ooh. All right, now let's pull this little patootie back over here. And we're going to do that same antique wash on it that I did on the gingerbread boy. Where's my antiquing wax? That's the next question. What did I do with it? Right here in front of me. If it had been a snake, y'all know the saying? If it had been a snake, can you finish it? Here's my antiquing wax. If you don't like this look, you don't have to do it. Hi, Phyllis. We are doing a gingerbread girl tonight. There's a gingerbread boy that I did a couple of weeks ago. I still have some. I haven't finished him, and here's why. I wanted him and her to match, and I wasn't quite sure how I was going to do her, so I waited to put the finishing details on her. Then I would know how to make him, so they will be matchy-matchy, kind of like when I did the Sunbonnet Sue in the overall bill that is also on Christina's website, okay? So if you have not seen that, you need to go check it out, okay? It would have bit me, correct. Ding, 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 ding. You bought your first barn quilt? The butterfly one? Awesome, Tracy. Thank you so much for shopping. So let's see. Let's see. Thank you so much. Then it will be real cold again. Darlene, we're having the same. I don't want to think about it. I think we're supposed to have milder temperatures next week and into... Well, next week is Christmas. I think next week's supposed to be a little more kind to us. All right, so I am going to take some antiquing wax, and I am going to just brush it over. Okay, you can swirl it and do however you want, okay? And then move on to the next section. And if you want to thin that out, you can, because I don't want her to look... where's Jackie? Where's Just Jackie Crafting? She thought it was a hoot when I said I don't want it to look like the gingerbread boy has a little pile of poo underneath its legs. So I like to swirl it. It gives it a little bit more texture, okay? So now we'll repeat. Ooh, I got a little, I don't know what I was thinking. I don't know what I was thinking was pouring out. Molasses. I don't know. There we are. There we are. Okay, so there's that. I'm going to dial that back later, okay? No worries. It's not going to be that dark. I'll show you what we're going to do. You can't wait? Yay! And there's Valentine things already on there as well. If you all want to, I thought about putting some of my stuff from last year from Valentine's Day and showing it off to you all on my page. But I didn't know if it was too early yet. But I think there's like 4 Valentine barn quilt kits on there that I did last year. Yes, indeed. Yes, indeed. So see, I'm just swirling it. Just giving it a little swirly. Let's see how dark that is. We might could finish off like so. You can even tap. Let's come over here and tap. It's so funny how different it looks on the camera than it does in person. Like it doesn't look, it's darker in person than it is on the camera. Isn't that crazy? Now, I don't know if I want to let that sit for just a few minutes. The longer you let it sit, the harder it's going to be to wipe back. But that is the plan. The plan is to wipe it back, okay? Let's see. Hey, Jeanette, you've already started Valentine's and spring. Yes, I've seen something you did. I don't remember what it was, but it's cute as always. But I can't remember now what it was. I've seen so much cute stuff lately. Okay, now we're going to put this over here. Does anybody remember what it was? Did you do a bee? Did you do a honeybee? Do you get a prize now? What kind of prize do you want? I'll give you some cold weather. Miss Tank Top and Shorts. Give you some colder weather. Yes, you will be hooked on them. It would bite me. That's right. Would have bit me. Y'all got it. You got it. You got it. You got it. You did do a beat. Well, you're working on 6 primitive Cupid dolls. Cutesy patootsy. Oh, goodness gracious. This baby wipe's even cold. Oh, it's 8 degrees. Keep it, Jeanette. Keep it, keep it, keep it. Are you alive tonight? Are you doing your stocking tonight? I can't remember. On Craft Around the Clock, it's the Great Stocking Challenge this week on Craft Around the Clock, you all. I'll be on Thursday. Oh, what joy. Whew, I'm cold. Okay. We're going to very gently... I'll send you some cold, Denise. Now, I've got the clean side of the baby wipe, okay? And I'm just patting it. You can rub gently. And if you rub off too much, then pat. It'll add a little bit back. But I don't want that much on there. And you can swirl, and it'll give it a little bit of texture, okay? Make it look aged. Okay, I think that's pretty good. Okay, so now we'll repeat this over here. Just gently swipe, gently swirl, and just keep repeating that until you get it to the layer, to the level that you like, okay? And then I like to go back and pat because it does add a little bit of texture. I think that looks pretty good. Might wipe it one more time. Then I like to pat. All right, let's do the repeat. You may find that you need to find a new section of the baby wipe that's clean. The cleaner baby wipe works better. The cleaner. Okay. See, I'm just swirling and I'm very gently rubbing. I'm not trying to wipe away any kind of layers. I'm just taking that top surface back just a little bit. And then I pounce. Then I repeat. And then pounce. That's just how I do it. It's kind of like that rag. I say this every time I do this. But it's kind of like that rag painting that was so popular on kitchen and, well, just any walls in a house. It was a pretty cool trend back in the day, the early 90s, I guess, mid to early 90s. I know the lady that was my hairstylist for many, many years. She had a salon in her garage for quite a few years, and there's such a glare, I don't know if you can tell. She did that technique on her walls, painted her walls herself and did that technique. Her and her husband were DIYers. Hey, Teresa L., how are you, sweet friend? Yep, at 9 o'clock. Oh, goody. You always told your students, Hold on it. My comments keep going away. You get a good feeling inside? Yes, definitely. For real, for real. Teresa, how are you? Thank you for being here. Y'all, if you see any of my sweet crafting sisters or brothers, crafting friends here in the comments, give them a follow. And if you think you're following them, double check, because the Book of Faces has been having an unfollowing party. They like to do that regularly. So if you're not already following one of us, make sure you, if you think you are already following, double check. Double check. Because I had to refollow somebody today that I have been following for years. Or like. I had to hit the like button. I think I was following them but not liking the page. Okay. Last one, you all. Let's see if I need to hit it anymore. I back up so I can see better because there's a glare from my overhead lights of my kitchen table. I was kind of hoping I would only take one baby wipe, but I don't know. I might have to switch on this very last section. And don't worry about the overspill. Nobody's ever going to see that. Except for us right now. Once we get it all covered up, nobody's going to know. Then, if you want to come back in and distress it with some wax, you're more than welcome to do that. Or you can, if you like the way this looks, then go leave it like that. Okay, I think we're good. All right, so now there you go. There's another little, you may not have known about that technique. Can you see how it makes the background look aged? Like it's supposed to have, you know, like it's been around the block for many years. So to speak. Followed Backroom Creations. You will not be disappointed, Miss Sue. She's mighty talented. All right. Now let's paint her little body. I have her head, her feet, and her legs. Okay. Her clothing has already been semi-prepped. Let's get our painting out of the way. I'm going to use that same cinnamon paint from Folk Art. It's just straight up cinnamon. Okay. Hey there, Joyce. How are you? Welcome in, sweet friend. So glad to have you here tonight. Hope you're staying safe and warm. We've all been talking about how cold our weather is. Awesomeness. Thank you, Miss Tiffany. So see, that's a simple, easy technique, and it didn't take long. My fingers feel like they've been playing in ice, but that's okay. I'll just pretend like I had a snowball fight with somebody. Cinnamon. Not that you can read that because it's backwards, but it's just straight up cinnamon. Hi, Sheila. How are you, sweet friend? Excuse me, y'all. That's water, by the way. I recycled my cup. I am trying to stay hydrated. I've been having those digestive issues going on, you all, and I am going to the doctor for it tomorrow. So keep me in your prayers. I was sick again over the weekend, which is why you did not see me over the weekend. I had hoped to go, hey, Sheila, how are you, sweet friend? I see Rhea watching. Hello, Miss Rhea. I had hoped to go live this weekend. That was my plan. I was actually supposed to go live on Christina's page last night. And I have just been feeling foul. I tell ya. Your back is sore tonight, Miss Sheila. Well, hugs and prayers for you, sweet friend. Hugs and prayers for you. All right. So this is cinnamon. I don't have my sticky mat. I accidentally destroyed it. So I've got to make I've got to make a new one. Thank you. I appreciate that, y'all. It's really scaring me because it's back to what... This is the same stuff that I had right before Thanksgiving when I had to cancel my live for Craft Around the Clock at the last minute. This is very reminiscent of what was going on with me when they didn't know what was wrong with me right before my celiac diagnosis, and they found out that my gallbladder was it was needing to be removed. For lack of a better term, it was sick. My gallbladder was sick. That says cinnamon, but I had a clear. I don't know. It's looking kind of yucky. We shall see. I'll just probably do 2 coats of this too, by the way. 2 coats. Can we just complain a little bit about Hobby Lobby getting rid of deco art? I know we've talked about it, but I just need to say that again. Why? Why you got to go doing that? Is she not the bestest, Miss Keffany? All these people that can sew and do all sorts of things just amaze me. Wreaths, arrangements, cute little stuffies and sewings, all kinds of stuff. Now let's finish that out. I just had too much paint to finish that out. I didn't mean to leave it bare. I'm seeing the boogie, well, I don't remember what I called them. Boogie something. Boogie somethings. So hopefully they'll be able to get me some help. So I can't keep that up. That kind of keeps you from engaging in life. Yes, she is. I agree. Miss Jeanette is awesome. She must have already had her stocking sort of kind of planned out. I've caught a few today. They've been amazing, you all. So if you haven't seen the stockings on Craft Round the Clock, go and check them out. You followed Miss Keffany. She's another sweetheart. Tell you what, we're blessed with some amazing crafters. Oops, a woogie boogie. Now I'm going to start singing Boogie Woogie Choo Choo Train. Name that band. Had a big ornament fail. Uh-oh. Now you need to think of something else. Uh-oh. A barn quilt. You make a barn quilt ornament. There she is. You're so ready for stockings. I will never forget, Jeanette was my person last year, and I was her person. I started to post a picture of my stocking from last year. Maybe I should do that, because I don't go live till Thursday. I'm kind of worried. Today they had a good day. I'm kind of worried what's going to be left by Thursday. Because that's the last day. That's the last day for the... Hang on, y'all. As usual, I have too much paint there. I'm going to have to do a little something here. This didn't get quite so much paint. Let's go over this. Good gracious. I'll probably have enough to put another coat, oh, you know, on one of these little arms. The tractors. Ding, 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 ding. My aunt loves their Christmas album. I checked on her before I went live, just to make sure she didn't freeze over. She'd already had people checking on her. She'd already had people checking on her, so I was just another one in the bunch. We got to check on our neighbors and our loved ones, make sure everybody's okay. Okay, let's come over here. That doesn't look dry. That's why I'm hesitating. We're gonna play like it's dry. Because if I can keep from using that dryer, now it would feel good to me. Maybe I should do it. Thank you for the hearts. We appreciate those hearts. Now, if I could keep, listen to that squeaking. You probably can't hear it for me talking. Let's go with less paint. My sponge is squeaking, which I think is funny. Ooh, something that would have been pretty would have been to mix in a little bit of cinnamon in this paint. That would have been really pretty. Just a little bit, you know, to make it look kind of speckled. Ooh, that gave me an idea. It sure did. Sure did. Miss Jeanette, if I hop off in time, I'll be over there to see you. Y'all, and this is the last official, like, Christmas-themed kit. All the rest are kind of winter-related. The ones I haven't finished. Because there's another snowflake. And there's a snowman one. So this will be it for Christmas. Not that I'm finished with Christmas crafting. It's just the last of the barn quilts that we have. That have a Christmas theme to them. Okay, now I think... Let me add a little extra love over here. And we can call those done. Woohoo! Alright, now you're probably ready for what you... Shoopy-doo. Now it comes with buttons. I didn't show you all that. Let me show you the buttons, okay? Sorry, I don't feel like I'm looking at you very much tonight. I'm working. I am focused. That is going to end up with you having a cinnamon-colored sweater sleeve. Let's don't do that. Let's don't do that either. Let's put you up here. And hope you don't fall off on the other side. Okay, so what I did, there's a little mouth. And I painted that with like 3 coats. Somebody's laughing at something Jeanette said. There are 3 coats of buttermilk. And then you get 5 little circles. They are the Gingy's eyes. And then 3 buttons if you want to use the buttons. And I painted those in buttermilk as well. Okay? So now you are all caught up to speed. So, can you guess what we're going to do with the Gingy's pieces? I did put a coat of buttermilk on her dress top, on the waistband, and on her skirt. Okay? So there you go. Okay, good luck. Break a leg. What? No coffee grunge? Not yet. Not yet, not yet. Oops, a woogie boogie. Oh, you've been so ready for stockings. Thank you so much, sweet Sue. Tractors, no coffee grunge. Not yet. Not yet. Might come later. We'll see. We'll see. Anybody guess what we're going to do? Do you think I'm going to leave it like that? That's her dress. That's her little dress. Fabric. Ding, ding, ding. We got a smart group here tonight. So I'm going to go ahead and turn my iron on. I have applied fabric to some... I have applied not Wonder Under, but you can use Wonder Under. I applied heat and bond to some fabric already, okay? So, we are going to apply fabric to her little dress, okay? So, let me move this out of the way. Yeehaw! Hopefully, I haven't bored you too badly. Now, I've got it on, like, medium-high. And this thing scares me, especially after seeing Agnes with just that perfect piece. Hers did a little scary something or other. Now, I laid that right where I'm going to need to get. Doggone it, why'd I do that? And that iron heats up quickly. Because my parchment paper's sitting up here. So let me move it. Let me move it. I think, let's put it right there. Okay, so I have some homespun, and y'all know I've been obsessed with this homespun paper this Christmas season. But I have this gingham homespun that's kind of that berry colored. Hi, everybody that's watching. Thank you for being here. Thanks for the sprinkles and the hearts. I appreciate everybody. If you're just joining us, I am Jamie with Rō.12 Creations. I am doing an affiliate spotlight. I am one of Christina's affiliates, and I am on her page tonight showcasing one of her barn quilt kits. We're doing a gingerbread girl barn quilt kit. So that's what we're working on. All right, so what you're going to do, what I did ahead of time, let me show you what I did in case you decide you want to do this. So I took the Wonder Under, and the Wonder Under is like two-sided. One side will feel like parchment paper. It'll be kind of matte. The other side will have texture to it. That's that sticky side. So what I did was I took the matte, smooth side, and I put my piece on top of it, traced it out, and I cut it out, okay? And I did put this face side up instead of face side down, okay? And I did that with all three pieces, okay? Then I cut those pieces out, and then I put them on my fabric. Since this is homespun, there's not, the front and the back look the exact same, so I didn't have to worry about finding the front or the back of the fabric. So I just then took the textured side and made sure it was next to the fabric, because that's where the sticky stuff is. Then I took my iron and all of those pieces, and I took the iron and did like a 2 to 3 second dry heat, okay? No steam. And it adheres the Wonder Under or the heat and bond to your fabric. Hope that made sense. Thank you for the BQT, Miss Darlene. How's Joy? Thank you for sprinkling Joyce. Hey, Cindy, how are you? That's all right. Welcome in. So now what we're going to do is peel this back. And usually I can do it without having to score it. But you may want to take like a sharp tip utensil, kind of like your weeding tool, to make a little scratch mark in it, and then you can peel it back. But usually I can peel it back without having to do that. So this is her skirt. So now this side, can you see it's shiny? That's the side you want to be touching the wood, okay? And then this side's not shiny, okay? So we're going to put this piece on top of here. Okay, I'm going to flip it over so I can make sure. I did cut it a little bit larger than the actual shape. That way I could make sure I fit it all on there, if that makes any sense whatsoever. And I'll show you how we can trim that later. Hang on, let me slide that down just a little bit. Make sure that it's all on there. Now I need to slide it this way. We got to have a little overhang in all the directions. I think we are good to go. So now hold on to it very carefully. Try not to let it slip. Double check it. I'm only going to do this piece to begin with, okay? You do want to use some parchment paper. Number one, it protects your iron from getting any of the adhesive on it. And then it also protects your fabric. So you want to apply some pretty good pressure there, okay? For 8 seconds. So here's the part that, I don't know if she's watching. It was Deb or somebody. They liked it when I said 1 Mississippi, 2 Mississippi, 3 Mississippi, 4 Mississippi, 5 Mississippi, 6 Mississippi, 7 Mississippi, 8 Mississippi. Then I slide over, start over. 1 Mississippi, 2, and the directions are right on the bag, okay? And you can get Wonder Under at Hobby Lobby, and you can get Heat and Bond usually at your Walmart, but you can get Heat and Bond on Amazon as well. Just FYI, okay? And then when I move over a little bit more, I don't think I'm supposed to move my iron back and forth, but I just do it out of habit. Now I don't think I held that there. 8 seconds. Let me go again. 1 Mississippi. Hi, Kathleen. How are you? Welcome in, sweet friend. We are applying fabric to some of our barn quilt wood pieces. That surely was 8 seconds. When I hear 8 seconds, I always think about bull riding. Game over. Yay! How did the game go, Angela? Let us know. 1 Mississippi, 2 Mississippi, 3 Mississippi, oops, 4 Mississippi, 5 Mississippi, 6 Mississippi, 7 Mississippi, 8 Mississippi. And is it colder than blue blazes there? See, Lethea's watching. It kills me how, I shouldn't have said that word. It amazes me how it says over and over and over on repeat, so-and-so's watching, so-and-so's watching, so-and-so's watching. Even if you haven't said a word, it says, so-and-so's watching. Yes, and I did do it a little bit extra time just because I'm extra like that. Okay, so now her little skirt should be adhered on there. We're going to let it cool. Okay, oh, that feels so good. It's like those rice warmers, those pockets that you put in your pockets when you're outdoors doing outdoor thingies. All right, so let's see if we can't do that and try to do both of these pieces at the same time. Okay. Then I can't remember if I told you this, but I cut out the fabric once I had ironed the heat and bond to the fabric, okay? Just be real careful, y'all. All right, let's stay there. Stay there. Thank y'all so much for those hearts. I don't know if that's going to stay there or not. I'll tell you what. It's not going to take that much longer, surely. Let's just do this because it's not wanting to stay down like I would like it to. So let's do this side. 1 Mississippi, 2 Mississippi, 3 Mississippi, 4 Mississippi, 5 Mississippi, 6 Mississippi, 7 Mississippi, 8 Mississippi. Okay, now let's move it over here and do this side. 1 Mississippi, 2 Mississippi, 3 Mississippi, 4 Mississippi. Thank you for sprinkling, Kathleen. We appreciate that. 6 Mississippi, 7 Mississippi, 8 Mississippi, 9 Mississippi. Oh, whoops, so we only had to do 8 seconds. It's like professional bull riding. Uh-oh. Oh, no. Part of my... It did slip. Shoot. Well, maybe I can cover that up with some distressing wax. How did I manage that? I thought I had it. It must have slipped when I put the parchment paper down. I don't think it would have shrunk because I cut a lot of extra. Over there on the edge and right down here, little bitty bits. No, it's just, okay, we're good. I was like, excuse me. We're good. Never mind. We're good. We are good. All right, one more piece, you all. One more piece. Wait a minute. No one told me. Let me let this cool off. I forgot to peel it. That's why it wasn't sticking. And here I was, got into my groove, and I thought, okay, the brain is working. No, it's not. Never think it's working, because it's not. But you know what? It woke me up today. It's telling me when to breathe and not breathe. It's telling me my words I should say. It got me to and from my appointment this morning. Yes, it did. Hey there, Renee. How are you? There's Renee with Rustic Daisies DIY. All right, y'all. We're working on the gingerbread girl kit. That is what we're working on, and I'm going to have to score this one, you all. This one is not wanting to cooperate, so I'm going to score it just a little bit. See how I just do a little score mark? Then I knew you'd laugh, Denise. Thank you. I appreciate you. I could always count on Denise for a good old laugh. So, you know, we get to have a redo of the skirt. I was like, why is that not sticking? Why is it slipping? I hope I didn't mess it up. Okay, now. Let's make sure I've got this one on here with some overlappage. Might be a little crooked. That's okay. It's homemade. right? Homemade, 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 homemade. Come on. Okay, now we're actually going to try to do the two together. Hopefully. Okay, let's try it this time. One good thing about colder weather, things cool off rather quickly. Okay, let me put that there. I'll throw it away later. We'll save it for later. Are y'all itching to see her? All finished up? What you think? Think she's going to be cutie patootie? You don't know my other plans either. You don't know the other plans. Okay, now, that is why it wouldn't lay flat and why it was slipping around. So we just ironed that for nothing. Well, Jackie, I hope you have a wonderful evening. Thank you for being here. I appreciate you. Don't ever want to let you down. Okay, that tickled me. Oh, you cracked me up. One of the reasons why you don't want to move your iron, I think it can cause the fabric to slip. I think it's what they say. You got a great grandbaby last week? Awesome, Sue. Congratulations. Do you have a grand girl or a great grand girl or a great grand boy? And is everybody doing okay? That's always the next question. Is everybody healthy and good? So exciting. I'm so excited for you. I know that tickled you. Yay. That's right. Congratulations to Miss Sue. All right. I think we should be good. Let me get these little straps of her the little shoulder pieces of her little dress. Girl, you better watch where you're rolling that iron over here. Okay, I think we might be golden. I'm going to turn the iron off just in case, but I'm going to leave it plugged in. Let's give that a chance to cool down. Let's move our little ironing pad over here. I'll lay this on the ironing pad just in case. All right, let's let these pieces, this one's cool, so we could go ahead and trim it. I'm going to try to use my scissors. If the piece is too big, I might have to pull out my X-Acto knife. Let's see what everybody's saying. You just like counting Mississippi. That's right, Darlene. I always fix mistakes when crafting. That's right, Kathleen. And I make lots. Count on me for that. You can count on me. 1, 2, 3. Sorry, Bruno Mars. I probably just killed your song in those 7 words. I don't know how many words. Great grandboy. He's number 2. Great. Oh, what a sweet, welcoming, good news for you all. That is wonderful. Okay, it trimmed pretty good except for right there. I'm going to fix you up, my little pretty. Okay. I'll fix you up, my little pretty. Okay, let's see here. Same thing right there. Ouch, just pinched my finger. I'm trying to avoid pulling out the X-Acto knife. That looks pretty good. There we go. Now it's all trimmed up. No overlaps. No overlaps on that piece. Just 2 more pieces. Let's see if they've cooled off. They will be by the time I do all this. They sure enough will be. I think I need to clean my scissors, y'all. They look like they got some debris on there. Wonder where that came from. There's no crafting going on here. Not at the first. Nothing. I don't hardly ever use my scissors. Oh, the sarcasm. I'm sorry, y'all. I think we might be getting ready to leave this one alone. I just want to trim that so it doesn't look jagged. I don't guess it matters because I'm thinking of putting something there anyways. All right. I could fix that later with an X-Acto knife, but I'm not going to waste your time with it. So here's the fun part right here. I don't know how well this is going to trim. Because we got some grooves. Got grooves going on here. I might have to break out the X-Acto for this for sure. Let's just see how it does. Simple shapes, not so bad. Larger shapes, tricky. Shapes with odd angles. Yeah, the scissors are too big. Let me pull out my X-Acto. So let me move my napkin out of the way. Gonna lay it down upside down here. Let's see, where is my X-Acto? That's not my X-Acto. That's my highlighter. Where is my cutting tool? Right here in front of me. Also, had it been a snake, you can finish that sentence. All right, let's just trim a limb here. I don't need to trim there. Let's trim here. I can't see that. Let me do this. How do I want to do this so I can see it? I can't see it. Hang on. Let me get situated in my chair a little better here. All right, now let's do this. I'll catch the comments here in just a minute. Y'all are probably trying to give me advice. Let's see if that pulls away. Nope, let's hit it again. Everywhere except for that side. Let's try it from this angle. Got you that time, didn't I, you little rascal? Gotcha. All right, let's see here now. How shall we do this so that I can see it? Let's try it like so. Aha! Where there's a will, there's a way. Okay. Now, that one little spot that was driving me nuts, let me go ahead and get it just shaved. Give it a little trim, trim. Since I already have my X-Acto knife out. Right here it is. It's going to be so tiny you can't even see it. There we go. Much better, much better. Okay, let's put it back, put the lid on, put it back. So no injuries so far. So far, we're track record's doing pretty good on injuries. All right, let's flip that back down. Pull this paper towel back over. It's looking mighty nasty. Put those scissors there. You were doing a live and missed the beginning. We are making, I'm sorry, Renee, I've repeated it so many times I didn't realize that you had not heard me. We are doing a gingerbread girl. Sander might work. Yes, it would. Thank you, Sue. Too late. Too late. Your whole school learned Count on Me several years ago when you were still teaching. Hearing 600 kids singing it is so heartwarming. Yes, it is. I have heard another school doing that on Facebook during lockdown. During the lockdown. You know, when we were all in the stay-at-home mode. Okay, now let's sand our little gingy pieces and give them a little distressing. I'm going to sand these little edges here. Give them a little, you know, little antiquing waxy. I do sand a little bit over here, but not heavy, just gentle. Okay, now wipe it back. You see? Let's repeat. That was one of her arms, by the way. Do a little gentle sanding here. Give it a little swipe. So if you like Sunbonnet Sue and overall Bill, sorry, got ready to call him Sam. And Sam actually is suspender Sam. He has suspenders. Bill has the overalls. This is one of her little legs. Okay. I'll give it a swipe to clean it off. The only other thing I'm going to sand is the frame. I'm going to sand the frame just a little bit. Okay, then we'll just dress some of the pieces and do embellishing. And we should have a finished little coordinated piece. Except I got to finish up the little boy now. That once I get her finished, I'll finish the little boy. So they'll match. They'll coordinate with one to another. All right, there's that. Now let's do the frame. Now I have Bruno Mars stuck in my head. I'm playing it on repeat. This morning I had, at the same time, you know that old Lang Syne song? Not the original, but the one that where the guy talks about, we drank a toast to something innocence. We drank a toast to da-da-da-da-da. I can't even remember who sings it. I should know, but I don't. Can't remember. I had that song going back and forth switching back and forth between that and How Great Thou Art. That's how messed up your girl's brain is. I mean, that's just your neurodivergent brain versus a neurotypical brain. I do not have a neurotypical brain whatsoever. I can assure you of that. I can promise you that girl does not. This girl does not. My brain is quite different. Quite different. Miss Sue, have you been able to hold your great-grandbaby? That's what I want to know. All right, there we go. Now, what I'll do there, since my towel is already full of dust, I'll flip it over like so, and then just wipe it like this. You want to get that dust off. You don't want to keep it on there if you can help it. There we go. Now, it's pretty good. Pretty good, pretty good. So there it is, all sanded back. I may have gotten a little heavy-handed, but that's okay. Uh-oh, but I forgot Gingy Girl's head. We got to sand her head. I forgot her head. At least you have a brain. This is true. I'm very thankful for it. I mean, it does. It just works differently than everybody else's. I don't guess I should want it to work like everybody. You were doing a live and missed the beginning. At least I have a brain. That's right. Here we go. Let's sand her little head. Y'all, and I'm going to point something out to you all that you may not know. This just came into my brain. There are other people out there that do barn quilt kits. I always I go out of my way to try to not do kits that other people have already available. So, just saying, if you happen to see any that look similar to mine or Christina's, they have probably, you know, done the little copy train. Just letting you know, you were singing this. This is how do it, and my cat sat and looked at me like, what in the world are you doing? There was something. Oh, have y'all seen the reel on Facebook with the cat that wants to go outside? So the mom meaning the cat owner, opens the door, and the snow is like level with the sliding glass door. So it's a lot of snow. So the cat goes to step out what they normally have to step down onto the deck, and he can't, and it's cold. So he starts fighting the snow and going, and he's fighting with the snow. Then he comes back in and he looks at his mom like, why'd you let me do that? And she said, I tried to tell you, you didn't want to go outside. And then he goes, meow. He looks at her and goes, meow. It was hilarious. I died laughing at it. I died laughing at it. Just had a good laugh. I had a good chuckle. Had a good chuckle. He's like, why'd you let me do that? She said, I tried to tell you. She said, I tried to tell you. You didn't listen. Okay, now we're going to do a little diddle Debbie's DIY wax. You know we got to have a little waxy going on. Where's my waxing? Hold up. I've lost my waxing. It doesn't matter. We'll use this. Let's get my Debbie's DIY wax these little pieces real quick like. Real quick like. Well, as quick as I can go anyways. Oh, I see it. I moved it. This one will work. These are just scraps of parchment paper anyways. Ooh, that's a lot of wax. I don't think we needed that much, but here we go. Here we go. Kathleen's laughing. Yay. Been seeing several people get files copied. Oh, yes, Darlene, I've seen that going around too. Well, I have one that's blatantly copied. And have had to be working around that, dealing with that. And it was an original, I mean, like, it's not a barn quilt pattern. It's not a classic pattern. This was an original to moi. So I've been busy working on that. I mean, this kind of stuff, people don't realize it takes, like, I could do nothing about it, but then that sends the signal, oh, it's okay for you to copy my creative, I can't think of the word, my creative ideas or what have you, and make your own income off of it. That's not cool, but I mean, there's many reasons why you shouldn't do that. but they don't realize how much time they're taking away from you when you could be working with, creating with your followers, and takes away my time from doing what I really want to be doing, which is spending time with you all. Okay, we toned down that gingy. I like you. All right, let's give a little tippy tap. So I've been working behind the scenes on that legal stuff right there. Not only that, I will tell you this. I don't mean to talk about stuff like this. I'm not a drama girl whatsoever, but this kind of has been, it's been a source of, it's been a source of just zapping my time away, which I'm limited on time anyways, just because I stay so busy. But we have people contacting us about problems with their kits, and they're not even Christina's kits. So it creates confusion about where people get their kits and things. So just beware. I just wanted to let you all know. Just beware. Just beware. I mean, it's one thing when you do an Ohio star. That's a classic pattern. It's another thing when you copy things that aren't normally barn quilts or quilts in general. Okay, there, exactly. People don't know, they have no respect for other people or other people's hard work. I wouldn't dare go on their website or page or Etsy shop or Shopify website and try to see what I can copy of theirs. You only buy from Christina. That's sweet of you, Mindy. I mean, I'm not knocking other people, because there are people who have wonderful kits. But be original. Like, buy your files from people that, you know, like everybody else does, that follows the rules. Or if you make your own, don't copy somebody else's file that's already out there. Like, if we don't have something, I might lead you to that person. You know what I'm saying? That would be the kind of person I am. Okay, that looked a little funky wonky. Still is. What side am I missing here? Okay, look at it in the camera, see if I like it. That's terrible to do that. Just letting y'all know that there are people like that. You only buy hers and take and sold. Yes, I have been made aware of that recently, darling. And now I was shocked at that. I was very shocked at that. Very, very shocked at that. I try to be so careful with copyright and everything too, and then somebody goes and does that. It just is, it's like taking a punch to the gut. It's like, excuse me, I work so hard not to break anybody's copyright laws, and here you go and do your thing. I like that in the sand. Let me make it a little less noticeable. There, it's a little more blended, I think. All right, last one. Here we are, still at an hour and a half. Golly molly, and we still haven't put the little kitty together. Here we are. You too, darling. I know, it's just frustrating. Hey, Doodle Denise, how are you, sweet friend? We're working on a gingerbread girl barn quilt kit. So if you know anybody that loves gingies and quilt blocks, this is not just for Denise, this is for anybody. I don't know as if I'm gonna, here I go doing it. Just a little bit around the edges. It's like, I don't know if I'm going to age this one any. Let's put a little bit on the edges. Let's put it. How are you, Denise? Are you cold enough? We've talked about that part of the time tonight. And Sunshine's sister Denise has laughed at me because I tried to iron fabric onto my piece of wood, and silly me had forgotten to peel the backing off of the heating bond. Okay, yeah, that makes it look better. I'm not going to go on the inside. We're going to leave it like that. Hope you had a good Monday, too. Hope everybody did. Hope so. Hope so. We're getting closer, y'all. We're getting closer. We're getting closer. All right, one more. And I think I need to do a little tippy tap back in my, oh, didn't I mean to do a big tippy tap? Oh, that was a major tippy tap. No, 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 no. Let's wipe that back just a bit. Roger, are you working all week long this week, every single day, since you're back from vacation? Phew, y'all, it's getting colder. I can feel it. Sure, I'm glad I wore my socks. That's usually one of the first things that comes off when I come in the door. Shoes go off and then the socks. I left my socks on. Your granddaughter, what's my stepping stone quilt and the woven star? I bet she does. I got this one a little crooked, y'all. That'll just give her some more character. It was a newbie. It was a newbie that was sewing. You're off Thursday. How did you get that? How did you rate getting that? Oh, shoot. I didn't do the little mouth and the eyes and the buttons. Well, how can I forget that? How could I forget the little eyes, the nose, and the buttons? Oh, no nose. Gingy girl and Gingy boy do not have, oh, she had a little hot cocoa spill. I think she got into something else. I'm going to dial it back. Just you wait. Paper towel? Anywhere? Anyone? Bueller? Let's dial that back. That's a little much. There we go. Not quite so bad. Not quite so bad. That was not what I intended to happen there. Okay. Now then, let's see if I've got any comments. That keeps telling me over and over again. Yay, you're off Thursday. I saw stuff moving, but then I don't see any comments. Whoo, you're hot. You think your body thermostat's broke. Girl, if you're sitting there with your thermostat on 69, and it's as cold as blue blazes outside, and you're sitting in a tank top and shorts, yes, your thermostat's broken. Your thermostat, not the house's. Go run outside. She must be dipping snuff. I love it, Darlene. Oh, that brings back memories. My mother's mother, my maternal grandmother, she liked to dip every now and then. She was a snuff dipper. I don't think she did it all the time, but occasionally she would dip some little snuff. Now, she passed away when I was 5, so I don't have a lot of memories. I can also remember, and I should have told this when we had that chicken event last weekend before last. I can remember going to the chicken coop with her to get eggs. Yuck. I know. It just is the grossest thing. That and tobacco, too. When they get them a chaw of tobacco. I'm telling y'all, I'm country. You just didn't know it. Gross. I think it is too. Yes, it is. It is gross. Your great-grandmother did, Joyce. I'm sure my great-grandmother did. If my grandmother did it, my great-grandmother probably did. I can certainly remember going to the chicken coop to get the eggs. Okay, you all. We are there, except for like the little embellishments and the gluing. And I don't know about the background. We'll decide. Let me move all of that stuff out of the way. Let's pull our surface over. And the frame. Let's put it together first. You know how I like to do it. Let's put this on here. Let's put our little head on. Pretend like I'm using my art glitter glue, okay? On the back side, just like you would with Stick Fast. It's so much better, y'all. So much better. You don't get that stuff stuck. You don't get your things stuck. Oh, she's gonna be a cutie patootie. Get on up in there, little girl. Do your thing. Oh, my stars. I'm not going to be able to stand it. I don't think I'm going to be able to stand it. She was full-blooded Cherokee. Oh, wow. Hang on. Is your last name Locklear? Lacker. Wonder if that's a derivative of Locklear. Or if Locklear is a derivative of Lacker. Well, if you're married, though, that would be your... That wouldn't be her, that would not be her last name now, would it? Would you look at this cuteness? And I haven't done a thing yet, except for put her pieces in here. Oh, my goodness. Oh my goodness. Where did I put those snowflakes? What did I do with them? Right, and there's our little buttons right there. You can either put it right there. Look at her cute little self. I don't have them quite centered. Look at, she needs a little pearl necklace. Oh, I have this trim that I put on the little boy. Hang on, it's tangled. Naturally. Tangled in my ornament that I did stamp upside down. I have this rickrack trim that I'll have to paint buttermilk to match her. Why is that all out of whack-a-doodle right there? So I'll put that on her legs. I'll glue that on there. Well, I have to paint it buttermilk to match the little boys and to match the buttons. Why is the background so wonky-bocky off? You love her? So we'll see. I started painting that one right there. So I'll put a little rickrack trim right here. A little rickrack trim right here. And then on her little arms. But wait, there's more. Here. Let's do a little measuring. Let's do a little measuring here. Okay, let's do that. I'll do that times 2. I see some hearts. I love it when you hit those hearts. And if you know somebody who's obsessed with gingies or quilts or quilt blocks, Look, it's not too late to get her. A lot of people use gingies at Valentine's Day. So, don't think it's too late to order. Okay, let's put this one here. Oh my goodness, she's so cute. I might like her better than I do the little boy. Okay, see, I'll have to paint them buttermilk now to matchy-matchy. All right, let's put this one right here. Or do I want it like that? Let's go like that. That'll be better. Let's go like that. I think I kind of... Let's try it and see if we like it like that. If we don't like it, I've got a little bit more trim over here. I do. Yippee-ki-yay, I'm telling you what, I need some chapstick on my lips. I don't know why I keep telling y'all all this crazy stuff tonight, but I sure am. All this cold, dry weather. When I headed out the door this morning, I didn't take mine with me. Okay, come on. Now let's put it on here. I don't know if I like it straight like that or not. I might have to angle it a little bit. That's not bad. Or do I like it better like so? I like it better like that. Is she not the cutest? Look at that. Look how cute she is. She's precious. Precious, precious, precious. Okay, now, hold on. We got more. Okay, I've got some lace here. I think she is too, Denise. I think she's adorable. Thank you, Miss Tracy. Hi, Natalie. How are you? Yes, and I love that glue too. It is a lifesaver. So long. Farewell, stick fast. So long. Farewell. Okay. I have some lace. I think this is from Walmart's. The Walmart's. Now, why do you put a piece of tape on the end of some lace? Since when do y'all start doing that? Hold on, y'all. I think I'm going to have to snip that off because it's not coming off. Well, Stinky John Brown. Okay, here's what I thought about doing. First and foremost, let me grab my jute. I have a strip of that homespun right here left from when I made those chicken ornaments. And I thought we could do a little bow up here. Make her look cute. Make it look cute. Let's tie that little bow there in the center. Well, we don't need all that string hanging out there. That would look a little tacky. Yo, I have somewhere on this table, I have some snowflake buttons, or not, they're not buttons, there's just snowflakes. I was gonna rusty up one and put it on there. Let's do, hang on. Is that long enough? I'd rather have that. She needs 4 or 5 sprigs of rickrack for her hair. Oh, that would make her primitive for sure. I don't have any room to put it though. All right, let's make her a little bow. Make her a little bow. And you can put the bow on there with that same glue. You can use the art glitter glue for the bow as well. She is some kind of cuteness. I'll play around with that, see if I like it, Miss Sue. I need the thinner jute. I don't have any. I don't have the thinner jute. But I probably will cover this up with one of those little buttons. If I can find my little snowflakes. I keep calling it a button. It's not really a button. There we go. I was trying to get that. It tied up towards the top or the bottom. And I was trying to get it to... be on the back side. Okay, so here's this. It's still not quite where I want it, but that's okay. So there's our little bow right there. I'll glue that on like so. Okay, let's move that out of the way. And here is what I was thinking. Now, this is going to look funny because I haven't painted it the color of this yet, okay? So I was thinking she might need a little ruffle down here at the base of her skirt, like so. But somebody has not plugged in her heat tool. Maybe not quite that roughly. Or even right here. To kind of, oh yes, that's a ticket right there. That is the ticket. I wish it was a little thinner, but that's okay. We will work with what we got. Okay, let's do this side now. You can't do that. Nice try there, Jamie. Nice try. I'm going to put the button back. Don't worry. I just want to trim this so it'll, you know, match the shape of her skirt or her dress. Her little dress. Uh-oh, I lost one of the rickracks trims. Uh-oh. I don't know where it got to. I'll have to trim another one. It's MIA. It has fallen into somewhere. The great abyss of... I don't see it. It's not on my pants or anything. Okay, so just pretend like she has rickrack on both legs. And then put her little buttons back. And we'll put that little button back right there. And then she might get a little ruffle of that lace. Down here. Hi there, sweet Chrissy. How are you? Sweetest friend. How's everybody? All right, so there she is so far. And I've lost one of the little rickracks off of her leg. Bless her little heart. But I got to paint it anyways. So there's, I don't know, that's sticking out like a sore thumb now that I've got it up there. It looks funny. I don't like it now that I see it like that. In the camera, I don't like it. Right here, I like it. Wonder what some homespun would look like right there in the center. Let's see what this would look like. Just a little row of ruffles down here. I was wondering where you were. I know, right? We've been missing you. Where you been? I'm just kidding. What do you think about that? If we make it longer. I was going to do a lace ruffle. You love her? Thank you. I was going to do a little lace ruffle across there. Now let me look in the mirror. I mean, not the mirror. Let me take that one off before I lose it. She's got to have the rickrack. Is it even a gingy if she doesn't have a rickrack on there? Let me see what it looks. Let's trim it. Naturally, I put the scissors up. Let's trim it. Well, what in the tarnation? Am I going to have to cut another piece? Yes, I cut it the wrong direction. John Stinking Brown. Hold on. Okay, there that goes all the way across to here. Let's do it again now. As little kids say when you do something silly that they like, do it again, do it again. This is not something I was wanting to repeat 1,000 times. Okay, there we go. Now pretend that she's got a rickrack on her. You could still, I probably will ruffle it, honestly. But I just wanted to give you a little, oh yeah, I like it better down there at the bottom. I do, I like it at the bottom better, don't you? Uh-oh. Oh no, she's being eaten by a little kid. She needs a little pearl necklace. I don't like her eyes crooked like that. Some things is cute. I don't like that. All right, what about that? Is that cuteness like that? If I ruffle the lace at the bottom, what do y'all think? You like it with the ruffled? She's adorable. And then I don't know what I'll do to the background. I'm going to ruffle that trim. I have rickrack right here. It fell off. I haven't put it on there yet. I've got to paint it. I don't have any that's the color of her buttermilk. So I'm going to paint it so it matches. It's just white. You love it? Perfect. Hey, Min. I didn't see you hop in here. Is she not precious? I might do some like little berry. I don't know. I might do some little 3 tri-dots of that berry color on the background, just so there will be a little bit of background, and then not mess with her, I don't know if about anything on the frame or not. I don't know. I will ruffle that, but I don't want to keep y'all because it's already 9:54, but I'll ruffle that with some hot glue, or either I'll take some, I don't know if I've got any that color embroidery thread or not, and I could just weave it in and out and do a real quick ruffle that way. But let me look at this. I think my lace is too wide, but I don't know if I have enough either. That's the next thing. Let's just play a minute before I let you go. Whatever you do will be perfect. Well, I don't know if it'll be perfect, but I want it to look good. I don't know if we've got enough lace to go all the way around. You know, they don't give you a lot. Let's see. How can I do this so that I don't have to cut it? Just in case I don't like it. I don't have enough fingers to hold it down. Let's see, what can I put on top of that to hold it in place? Now, let me look in the, I can't see. No, I think that's going to take away I think she just needs to have a plain frame. How about you? I think it's too much. It's too much of the good stuff. It's too much of the good stuff. Thank you, Roger. All right, my friends. I appreciate you all spending so much time with me. The fact that y'all stay as long as you do every time I do this is just amazing to me. I know I say that every single time, but I really mean it. But the magic's in the details, and those details are what takes the time. But that's also what sets you apart from everybody else. You agree? 100%. Thank you, ma'am. All right, I'll play around with the little sprigs and see if I like the little sprigs or not. Okay, so I'll get her glue. You could stencil a lace pattern on the frame. I could. I could. I don't know if it's happening tonight or not because it's already 10 o'clock. It's already 10 o'clock and I don't need to stay up late tonight because your girl has a doctor's appointment tomorrow to find out what is going on with my digestive system and why this mess that started when I started that new medicine and then stopped it will not go away. Because that is why I was not live this weekend. I was not well again. So, that is what I have for you so far tonight. You know, everything you see, if I add something, it's not going to be a thing you've never seen me do before, okay? Why is my hair doing that? It's driving me nuts. Uh-oh. She's about to lose her stuffs. But that's her, and you know it's going to be cutie patootie when I get it with the little boy, and they're matchy-matchy. They're coordinating. All right, you all, good night and sweet dreams, and peace, love, and light, and happy crafting. Good night, y'all. Thank you for being with me. Bye. Toodaloo.